Okay, let's watch this clip on Bill 9 and see how some people are even calling it extreme. I think it's absolutely wild.
Quebec escalated its crackdown on religion in the public sphere with a new bill on secularism. Bill 9 covers bans on public prayers, on face coverings in daycares and in colleges and universities for both students and educators. It also prohibits public institutions like hospitals from only offering halal or kosher foods.
More secularism and more laïcité, because we think that when the state is neutral, Quebecers are free.
Okay, so he's just saying, let's make it neutral for Quebecers. It doesn't sound so extreme to me so far, but let's keep watching. Maybe we'll get to the extreme part.
The bill calls for the closing of university prayer rooms, including this one at Concordia University. It first opened in the 1970s, and students say it is a safe space.
Is them trying to figure out to fix a problem of extremism, which is, as Quebecers, we're all against it. There's no question asked about that. But is removing such places that haven't caused any harms fixing any of these problems? I don't think so. Well, it's rather creating more problems for the communities that are using them.
The
I'm not sure it's creating more problems. I mean, I get it. Like it was there, you were used to it and using it. But the point is, it's not really fair for other groups. They're not just removing it to be mean or something. They're removing it to be fair and be neutral. That's what the bill is talking about, making it equal for everybody. Let's watch this clip.
government says all religious expression will be equal under the law.
We have the same rules applying to everyone, to every school, to every people, to men, to women.
Still, critics say that
Okay, so to me, that doesn't sound very extreme, and people are actually complaining about it. If you watch this guy, like he's being so reasonable and he's being called an extremist. It's absolutely crazy, in my opinion.
in fact, the restrictions unfairly impact minorities, particularly Muslim women. But from a ban on these prayer rooms to a ban on collective prayers on streets and parks without authorization of the municipality, other religious groups too have called it a radical infringement on the rights and freedoms of Quebecers. The bill invokes the notwithstanding clause to shield it from any potential charter challenges. It will be voted on over the next few months. Sandy.
Okay, so again, they're talking about just making it neutral for everybody, and I think this is the Canada that I grew up in, certainly. And I'm glad that they're talking about bringing it back because, like, that's absolutely crazy. You saw a clip a second ago with the people praying in the middle of the street. They're just talking about you can't do that without permission. And I think I would call that fairly reasonable. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe that is extreme. And maybe that's the Canada that we're now living in. I don't really know. I'm glad that people are starting to bring this up and topics. And it wasn't just about praying, it was also about you can't serve only halal or kosher foods in restaurant or like in hospitals or certain places because you have to be equal to everybody. That's the whole idea, making it equal. The one thing I do worry about and just how Canada is, they'll listen to these like minority groups calling it extreme. And although they might remove some of the things now, who knows if they'll put in more areas so they can still pray. That's what I worry about, the waste of the government spending to protect these groups and listening to the whining of the people, basically. Now, and I get it, you have a different religion and different beliefs, but you did come to Canada and, it's a different culture. We have many different cultures. That's the truth. So we have to make it neutral to be fair. And if we, cater to every group, it'll cost a fortune for one thing, but it also won't really make any sense as a culture to have it like this. So they're trying to make it neutral. If you don't like the idea of living in a neutral country that's fair to everybody, maybe you shouldn't come here. And that's kind of my opinion. And I hope, I've talked to other immigrants that have been here for a long time and they're happy to come to Canada for the neutrality of it. That's what they thought they were coming to. And I hope you like this video and you like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.